Everybody know takers is getting approved. And I really wanted to see who would pretty much remember, like who would remember to show up, right? And it just serves as a reminder that reminders are necessary, man. Life be life, and people do be forgetting. Even though we creatures of habits, it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to forget what our intent be, right? Because it's gonna be people like, man, damn, the call started. I was late, or I forgot it was Monday, et cetera, right? But we here for it. But yeah, go ahead and put your preferred morning greeting in the chat while I get this ready, because y'all know one of the things that I love to do is I love to read to everyone. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this very short couple of sentences to y'all before we get started. And what I'm reading from is The Secret of Ages. And The Secret of Ages, this book was written by a dude named Robert Collier. And he talked about the purpose of existence. And what he said, no one can follow it down through the ages without realizing that the whole purpose of existence is growth. Life is dynamic. It's not static. It is ever moving forward, not standing still. The one unpardonable sin of nature is to stand still, right? To stagnate. Top of the morning for those who just joined. Let me know in the chat how you feeling, how your mindset doing on a scale of 1 through 10. And I'm gonna go ahead and reread these couple of sentences from The Secret of the Ages by Robert Collier. And it's on the purpose of existence. And he said, no one can follow it down through the ages without realizing that the whole purpose of existence is growth. Life is dynamic, not static. It is ever moving forward, not standing still. The one unpardonable sin of nature is to stand still, to stagnate. I feel like that is so good. I read that, it jumped out, and it's right in line with what we got going on this morning. Put your preferred morning greeting in the chat if you just joined, please, so we can greet you accordingly. Exit that out. And on a scale of 1 through 10, let us know how your mindset's feeling. Look at what we built so far, y'all. Look at everything that we built just in this morning mindset movement alone, right? We started out talking about adversity. I wanted to keep the theme of just like the ABC. And it was adversity, belief, and choice. And then we kept building upon that. We kept going. We didn't want to stick to that, right? So we started talking about decision, et cetera, et cetera. But when we began and we started talking about adversity, we went over all the raw materials, Grand Rising. Okay, I see you. I'm on 10. That's what's up. Love that for you. And then we jumped into belief. And you told yourself that it was possible. And you had a choice to activate the power that you had within you. And after that, we jumped into decision, which means we cut off every single alternative, right? After we made the choice, we made the decision to cut off any other alternative. And then we moved on to E, which stood for execute. Once we cut off all other alternatives, we executed. And that's what got us really moving. And last week, y'all, last week was on F. And last week we talked about filtering, right? The filter. And that's what when we decided we wanted to protect what we let in, who we allow ourselves to deal with, the people we needed to filter out, right? And then also what was more important was that we took a different look at it. We took a different approach because we always hear about people saying, watch your circle, right? Be careful who you're around. We did a self audit. We said, we got to make sure that we filter on ourselves and make sure that we are not the person that other people don't need to be around, right? So we took it a step further, y'all, and we continue to move and we continue to progress. So we all know our ABC. So the next letter of the alphabet is G. And if anybody could tell me what you think G stand for, let me know in the chat, man. What does G stand for, right? What is G? We've been through adversity. We've been through belief. We've been through choice. We've been through decisions. We've been through filtering. What does G stand for? Go. G stand for go. G stand for growth. Okay. I like that. Anybody agree with growth or what y'all think? What's the G? What the G should stand for today, y'all?
You will notice something changing inside you. Your mind becomes quiet. Your heart becomes lighter. Your breathing becomes softer. And in that quiet, You find something you were always searching for, a simple, steady.
Okay, my man up there, motivated. He got something, or she got something in the background. Get to it. That's how I be. I be on multiple things. Growth is great. Growth is great. Okay, growth it is, man. Y'all so smart. Y'all so smart. I feel like y'all cheated. I feel like y'all cheated. Y'all took that. Y'all extracted that from the reading. Good morning. If you just joined, let us know on a scale from 1 through 10 how your mindset doing this morning. We'd greatly appreciate that. And if you will, put your preferred morning greeting in the chat so we can greet you properly. One more time, I'm gonna read this one more time. Then I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna get right into it, y'all. So what I'm reading is from The Secret of the Ages, and this guy, Robert Collier, he wrote on the purpose of existence. He said, no one can follow it down through the ages without realizing that the whole purpose of existence is growth, right? And he put growth in all caps. So growth is the G for the day. He said that life is dynamic. It's not static. It is ever moving forward, not standing still. The one unpardonable sin of nature is to stand still, it's to stagnate. And if anybody been around me before and everybody heard me talk before or teach before or give any type of class and I talk about growth, the one thing that I always point out about growing is that everything in existence, I don't care what it is, from a flower to a tree to a bird to a bee to human nature, anything in life, the moment it stops growing, it starts dying instantaneously, right? There's no life without growth, y'all. So today we're going to be breaking down growth, and I'm going to play this video, man, and it's going to be a very, very powerful video. My guy, Eric Thomas, man, I know how we started when we first started these mindset movement. I think we on like week 8. We've been going months consistently strong. Very, very powerful, brother. But I want you to watch this video and I want you to think about your own pain, right? Because pain is often associated with growth. Pain is often associated with growth. Good morning, one at the top of the morning. Put your preferred greeting in the chat, please, and let us know on a scale of 1 through 10 how you feeling this morning. We associate pain with growth, right? We hear terms like growing pains and things of that nature. So when I play the video, I want you guys to kind of think about your own pain, right? And maybe something in the video might trigger a memory, a thought, or something like that. But I really want you to think about that, whatever that's been for you, like not to relive it, but just ask yourself one question while you're watching the videos. Did you find a reason to keep going through that? Or are you still stuck living in that pain? Right? That is extremely important. Extremely important, y'all. But without further ado, let me go ahead and hop into this video. And per usual, extract your insights from the video. Make sure that we paying attention. Make sure that you get the message for the video. And then I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to share. If you want to come off mute and share what you picked up from the video. And then when I start this video, just let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can actually hear the video.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? You keep crying. Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it.
What would happen if somebody dropped?
But I need.
Oh, he talking to somebody this morning. He is talking to somebody this morning, man. I'm gonna play it again, but I gotta stop there for a second, man. He didn't say so much. I know everybody on the call extracted something from this one. Like without a doubt. Everybody on the call extracted something from this one. If you just jumped in the room, drop your preferred morning greeting in the chat and let us know on a scale of 1 through 10 how your mindset feeling this morning. Wanda said, "Happy Monday." She on 10. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. Hey, listen, something about this dude. Every time I hear this man get to speaking, and he get me turned up, man. I'm ready to go run some laps. I'm ready to look. I'm ready to shut the car down. Like, y'all got it, man. I'll be back. Just put this on loop, right? He got that type of energy towards life. Man, this man said, look, I'm gonna just let y'all hear what he said one more time, man. I'm gonna just let y'all hear what this dude said.
Need you to do what I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through. If they decide to push through it, push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? Why do you keep crying? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it.
What would happen if somebody dropped?
What I need you.
Anybody running? Anybody still running, right? Anybody still running? The topic today is growth. We talking about growth today, right? Before I played the video, I asked y'all, I wanted y'all to think about a pain that y'all experienced, and the purpose was not for you to relive that pain. I just wanted you to ask yourself when you think about that, whatever it was, whatever jumped out at you, is that did you decide to change? Did you grow from that, or did you allow it to keep you stuck? Right? To keep you stuck. My guy said, "I'm running with the torch," for sure, in true leadership fashion. Right? Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to hold that torch. I'm fighting with my boxing on. That's what I'm talking about. Got the boxing gloves on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody feel like they was stuck? Did anybody think about a time where they was like, damn, I got stuck, right? Is that anybody? Like, let's be honest. Let's be reasonable, right? Because we're human. Like he said, we're human, but we got to keep going. But there's often times where we encounter a situation where we feel like, damn, I should have did that different. I wish I would have just did that a different way. Why did I go that way? Or why did I say that? Or why didn't I say this? Or the next time this happened to me, I'm going to respond this way, right? Can anybody relate to that? Anybody relate? Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat if that's you. Look, Dominique's like, that's a fact. That's me. Yes, that's a fact. We all encounter those things, but the important part about it, the important component about it all is that we keep going. We keep going. We keep going. You know, when people talk about winning and losing in life, right? The losers are going to lose. Somebody got to do that too, right? My guy said he running with the torch. Somebody got to do that, but somebody got to lose in order for you to win. There can be no winners without losers. Y'all got to decide what side are you on and stay there. And stay there, right? You start winning, you keep winning. Winning is contagious. That's why we love to win in circle, right? If everybody in circle winning, how can we lose? How can we lose with that winning mindset, right? When you think about the losers, you think about the people. When he said, look, only the strong survive. I see Mo we quoted that part. She said, only the strong survive. Winning if you weak, you got to have grit. You got to have determination. You got to have persistence. If you weak, you can't win. You can't win. He said he running with the torch. What other way you gonna run? Right? Just think about that. Have you look when we was kids, we grew up, we had a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, a lot of triumph. Like people would test you all throughout your life. Some of us, when we got punched in the mouth, we took off running. Right? We didn't want to fight. We took off running. You can't win like that. You're doing the wrong type of running. Right? Anybody got punched and they took off running, man? Put me in the chat. Huh? I'm gonna put me in the chat first. I'm gonna be the first one to put me in the chat, man. I'll never forget the day this dude punched me, man, and I took off running. What? Listen. when I was in the first grade, we were so bad. Like we were terrible. Like me and my crew, we had this thing. Like, man, we gonna pick on all the fifth graders, right? This is what we do. We gonna pick them, we gonna jump them, all this type of stuff. We was bad, man. And I think it was like the second grade at this time. And we was walking home from school, and this fifth grader that I knew, he had a little jerry curl in his head, like an S curl. That was like popular back in the day, right? And so me and my buddies, we was walking behind him. We was laughing and joking. We was like, look at this dude. I dare somebody say his parents thing, right? We laughing, we giggling like kids do. Like, we scared to do it. I'm like, man, y'all scary. I ain't scared of this dude, right? And like, you ain't gonna do it. So I walked up. I was like, hey, homie. He turned around. He was like, what's up, dude? I'm like, man, your parents stink. Man, we started running. We were so scared. We started running. He chases. He couldn't catch us, right? It was a Friday. You know, happy weekend, all that. I forgot all about it. Came back to school on Monday, had a pleasant day. After school, this boy was waiting for me in front of the school. He had his buddies. Like, I was terrified. I'm like, man, look, I can leave the school, right? So I told one of my partners, I said, man, go get E.T., which was one of our craziest name, E.T. One of our other partners, he was a fifth grader as well. Now, you know, I was born and raised in Compton. I don't know how they do it everywhere else, but E.T., he was a fifth grade. He had the gun. Like, we need you, E.T. Go get E.T., man. Tell him these dudes is picking on me, right? So now he going to go get E.T., and me and my other partner, his little brother, we walking home. And they own us. These group of people, they own us. He like, hey, come here. I'm like, nope, not going to happen. So we walking. And so the dude walk up next to me, and I'm walking. I got my head straight. You know, I'm just a scared kid. I'm looking at my peripheral, hoping this man don't do nothing to me. And then he walked back to the crowd. I'm like, cool. Heart beating. Just walking. He walked back up to me again. And I'm like, straight face, scared. He walked back to the crowd again. This time I hear somebody say, man, you better bomb on him, homie. You don't bomb on him, I'll bomb on you. Right? So this dude walk up to me, walking straight. He bomb on me, y'all. When he hit me in the jaw, man, I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I kind of spent around. I froze. Then I fell to the ground, thinking like maybe they leave me alone, right? My buddy took off running immediately. When I see that, I jump up, I'll take off track star, right? I pass him up, run all the way home. Long story short, I never forgot that moment, man. This dude bombed on me. He hit me and I ran, right? Little kid, little second grader, man. That kind of destroyed me. Like, I can't believe I ran from this dude, right? And this dude turned out to be somebody from my neighborhood. Like, we was from the same area, right? And later on in life, he was one of the people that was like, put me on the little clip that we was on, and I beat the brakes off this dude, man. So I got my redemption. But a point that I'm making is that we got to make a decision, man. We got to make a decision. So when life is hitting us, when life punching us in the mouth, we got to decide, man, are we going to take off running? Because the reality is that I may not have had that opportunity to get my get backs, right? We used to call it get backs. I need my get back. And I would have had to live with that. Like, damn, I ran from this dude, man. He got away with that, right? And that's the thing that can hurt us. So when I'm talking about, think about the pain as you're watching this video. I want you to think about the things that you experienced in life that you didn't overcome and the things that may have you stuck, right? And then also think about the things that you did overcome. And good morning to my family that just joined us on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know how your mindset doing, right? Everybody matter. And then drop your preferred morning greeting in the chat. Wake up. Don't be like that. We was looking for you. We was waiting for y'all. Let us know that you're aligning you well. And I'm going to go ahead and play this video one more time for the people that missed it, for those in the back, and for those who want to hear it again, because I want to hear it again. I want to hear this again.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? Why do you keep crying? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, You got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run enough to do it because you human.
I'm sorry.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? Why do you keep crying? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to
it. Hey, stop running. Stop running, right? We had to stop running, man. I had to stop, man. Look, when I played it again, it made me remember how I was running. Like I was really running for my dear life, man. It's little. I was running for dear life. I was trying to get somewhere, man. I needed to get away from that dude. I was terrified. Look, he said, "Why me? Why my mama? Why?" Look, hey, look. My mama joined the call this morning, y'all. My mama on the call this morning. This is crazy, right? And the crazy thing about it is that like I don't know why I chose to think about this story, right? When I ran to the homie house. My mama showed up there. My mama was like, "You better fight that boy. You gotta stop running. You scared." Like, hell no, mama. Fighting this dude. This dude was in the 5th grade. I'm finna fight this dude, right? So when he talk about facing, you don't get away from, like, I couldn't. Like, they was on me. Everybody saw it. Fighting. I'm like, no, right? But that did something to me, though. It conditioned me, right? And as God is my witness, from that day forward, I became somebody different, y'all. Like, I started boxing. My neighbor's name was Troy. You start teaching me how to box. I started boxing the kids, and I ain't never ran again. I ain't never got beat up again. Well, I didn't get beat up. He hit me, I ran. But I ain't never lost a fight since then, right? So it's so that conditioning, like, it does something to us. Like, it's so many things that this man said that we can unpack, man. It's just crazy. Like in a minute video, if you think about that, this short video, how much we can learn, how much we can grow in such a short period of time, just a few words that he said that got us jogging his memory. I see my guy Griffey up there smiling, he cheesing. Griffey probably ran sometime, or he probably was the one chasing people with the torch. Yeah, the torch. He probably was chasing people, right? Look, at a horse race, I don't bet on the horses. That part right there. What life is a person that fights. All right, look, I'm gonna give y'all an opportunity to come off mute. Anybody want to share what y'all took from the video? Be free to do so. While I continue to go through these and continue to greet the family. Unforgettable. Me the next day, I made sure I was the first one off the bus to fight the person. I know that's right. I know that's right. Aries on 10, love that. Deontay on 10, I love that too. He said 10 million. Hey, look, it's crazy because this morning I thought about it. I said, man, I remember when we first started doing these. Like, people would be like, man, I'm on an 8. I'm about a 7, but I know I'm going to get there, though. I'm going to get to a 10. And by like week 4, everybody was like, man, I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right? I was like, man, I want to see who the first person going to say 11 or like 10,000 or something like that. My guy said, I'm at 10 million, right? Crazy how life works. You win some, you lose some, but you live. See another day. Man, I'm not finna play with you. I'm gonna play with you Friday and out. That quote should be in the Black History book. No, for sure. We need to put this man, all his quotes in the Black History book, right? Right? My guy Mark is on 10. Good, 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 good. Hey, Mama Reem, you better learn how to type in this chat. They speaking to you. Yeah, that I was supposed to get to. Nah, for sure, right? So we talking about growth, y'all. Now look, that one I know for a fact it hit heavy for some of y'all, right? But if it really, really hit close to home, just put a 1 in the chat for me, right? I know everybody don't like to talk, everybody don't like to come off mute, but if it really hit close to home, if you thought about something, some pain, or some gain that you got from that, just put a one in the chat, right? Because we don't do no judging. We don't do no judgment here. And the last thing I'm gonna do is is force anybody to speak or put that out there. This is absolutely a safe space. And the reason why we do this and why we choose to do it on Monday is because Monday is one of those days of the week that everybody's, not everybody, I won't say everybody, let me not put that on nobody that don't want that on them, but a lot of people, they dread Mondays. Like, it's the beginning of the week. I got to start work. For most people, it's like, I don't know what this stigma is about Mondays, right? But I have the opposite. I have the complete opposite. When it's Monday, I'm like, man, it's a new week. It's a brand new week. New week, new opportunity. Like, man, I'm finna crush this whole week. This whole week. And I didn't want to do just a simple motivational call, morning motivation. Like, no, mindset is greater than motivation, right? Because motivation fade. We say this every time we're on a call. When we get off the call, we want to take this energy with us. We want to carry this with us throughout the whole day, right? Throughout the whole day. And if we can help it, we want to keep this energy throughout the whole week. So if somebody punch you in the mouth on Wednesday, on hump day, we got to make sure that we're getting over the hump, y'all. We got to make sure that we're getting through it because life will punch you, right? And like what that thing, I think it was Tyson, somebody quoted, he said, everybody got a plan. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. We got to keep on planning, y'all. We got to keep on planning. Now, here's the reality. So the pain, like the pain, as we just like I just expressed, right? We can turn that into a passion. We could turn that into a pleasure. We can turn that around because I can laugh and joke all I want to today, right? And yeah, I got my lick back. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. But there was a period of time that was painful for me. That was painful for me because even at that young age, I knew like this ain't you, bro. Like you can't. Nah, that's out. That's out. I don't know. Like maybe I just knew like someday, one day, you're gonna be in a leadership position. You're gonna be a person. You're gonna be the type of person that people may look up to you. They ain't looking to somebody that's running. They don't looking to somebody that's scary, that's weak, right? Right? I decided I'm gonna win, and I decided I'm gonna keep on winning. And life been throwing everything that they've been throwing at me, but somehow, some way, I figured out a way to continue to win. So pain, let's unpack that, right? Because pain, I see you with your hand up too, Dominique. I'm gonna let you go ahead and dive in. Pain without a reason is just pain, y'all. That's all it is. It's just pain. But if you got a reason for your pain, then that equals growth, right? Those are the true growing pains. But pain, it get tricky too. It get tricky because we try to make sense of everything, right? So when you think about the human brain and how it actually works, how it operates, is life be happening. Like so much is being computed in your mind. Like right now, like you're on the call right now, I'm talking, but you're experiencing something else. Like, you're thinking about other things, right? You thinking about other experience. I'm telling you about my experience. You probably thinking about, yeah, I remember somebody ran for me, right? Completely opposite of what I'm talking about. But this is how the mind works because the mind, it can't absorb everything at once, like everything we see. Like if you look at a room, you can't immediately be like, I see blue, brown, black, pink, all the colors at once. It got to filter. The mind got to filter things out, right? Because it has to make sense of its world. And so the same thing that happened, right? If we're having a pain without purpose, right? And without a reason, it's just pain. But the tricky part about the brain is that I have to understand it. So guess what we start doing? We start making excuses for it. Oh, poor me. Why this had to happen to me? This is crazy. This is the worst. I hate my life. And I just go on and on, right? We got to get out of that rut. We got to get out of that rut. That's the reason why two people can go through like the exact same tragedy, the exact same loss, the same setbacks, same heartbreaks, the same loss, the same, like the same, experience the same thing, right? Like literally the same. I'm talking about it could be twins that live in the same household that had the exact same experiences, right? But they will have two separate different outcomes. One of them might stay frozen for years, right? Twin brothers, twin sisters, whatever. One might be like, bro, you got to get over that. While the other one, like, man, I just can't believe that happened. That was traumatic. And it just can't get over it, right? Right? So they will become completely different people just based on that one experience alone. And the difference is, y'all, this is the difference. It was never, ever really the pain. It was the reason they attached to that pain. Whatever they allowed their mind to think that it happened, It's my fault. This happened because it is. Whatever they do to try to make it make sense for them, and they attach that and they own that, because see, the other person couldn't develop that same thought. He has his own mind. Right? So it's whatever you attach to those things that will dictate your life for the rest of your life, right? They call this stuck points. You have to figure out your stuck points. What has you stuck? Why do you procrastinate? Why do you do these things? Why do you not execute? It has nothing to do with the task or how you feel, right? It is a stuck point. And growth doesn't come from what happened to you. It never does. It comes from what you decide that pain was going to mean for you. What does it mean for you? And if you haven't assigned a reason, like to the hardest things you ever experienced, in whatever moment you experienced them in yet, that pain is still just sitting there. It's unprocessed, y'all. And it's doing absolutely nothing for you. Doing nothing for you, right? Some of us, like, we might hate auntie or somebody like in our family because they spanked us when we was a kid, right? I can't stand this person, or they never gave me candy or something like. No, I'm being honest. Like, it's crazy, right? How that works. But if we don't channel that, if we don't dissect that, we might not even never realize why I really don't like this person, right? And before I keep running my mouth, and before Dominique lose her train of thought, I'm gonna let you go ahead and I'm off mute and let us know what you took away from that video. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Rising, everyone.
Right.
Make a better day and better than the other day. Whatever other day that was worse since better today. Anyway, from that video, definitely was my life changes that I have been going through for the last 2-3 weeks or whatever the case may be. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes. That's all I need is 5 minutes. So I was beating myself down and all these other things. And then I was like, damn. If I took the precaution and even when I seen red flags before I made the decision and still decided to help this person, all I could be mad about is myself. Because I seen red flags, I still proceed to help that person. And now I'm facing the repercussions of this outcome, even though I seen the red flags. It probably put me in the back, setback, but I'm still fighting to get through this. I'm still standing strong. Although I want to stay steady. So that's exactly what I took from it and dissect from it, because it was my choices what hold me back, even though I seen the red flags.
That's deep. That's heavy, right? So basically what I hear you saying is that you kind of struggle with, but you're accepting accountability for the things that you experience, for everything that you're going through right now at this moment, even though it's hard for you.
Yep.
If I'm hearing you correctly. All right, cool.
Yep.
So what I want to do though, because you got to remember, like what we just said, it's what you associate with that pain, like what you're going through, right? And the last thing that we want to do is say that it's your fault because it's your choice, right? Because even if we just focus on these mindset cars that we've been through, right? And you've been through majority of them. So when we went from choice, we went to decision, right? So it's like after choice, you made a choice. Now you can make a decision. Like, I'm not going to allow this to happen, right? But this is what I want you to remember. This is what I want everybody to consider. And I don't want to start preaching or doing anything like that. But wherever your higher power is, wherever you believe, just understand that God is great. Like, he's really good all the time. Right? And one of the things that we have to remember is that he's sovereign. He's sovereign. So everything that happened, good, bad, ugly, is by his leave. It's by his will. So we blame the devil and all that for a lot of different things that may happen to us or happen in our life. But the reality is the devil has no power without God. Like he was really sent down here to do what he was able to do on the earth because God allowed it to happen, gave that power, right? So even when the evil things, the bad things, the situations that happen to us that we don't appreciate, that we don't like, that we be like, oh my God, like why, right? Those are all from God. Those are all from God. See, we don't associate like things that are evil that happen and stuff like that that be from God. No, everything be from God. You got shot in the head, it was from God, right? You got socked in the mouth because you said somebody perm stank, you came from God, right? there's a thing that we love to hear. We love to talk. Well, like we hear they say first he's gonna stress you, then he's gonna test you, then he's gonna bless you, right? And when we are in moments in our life that we cannot understand, there's always a greater purpose, whether we like it or not. We just have to go through these things, and a lot of times those things be happening to further our connection with our creator, right? With our creator. And unfortunately, some of us got to go through a lot of the things that we don't want to go through, that we don't appreciate in life, but we just have to experience some of those things, right? And then the reason why I'm saying this to you is because, like, I can tell, right? I'm really, really tapped in and tuned in to like my tribe, my people, right? So I can tell, for the last couple of weeks, you've been a little different. It's like really been bothering you, really been weighing on you. And this is one of those things, like this is one of those moments, like you gotta triumph and be like, Griffey, give me that torch, man. I'm about to take that from you and I'm finna run with that. I'm finna run with that torch. Like I'm gonna put these boxing gloves down for a second because I've been swinging. Right? But now I'm about to take this torch and I'm gonna run with it. Because you already won the battle, right? It's no reason to fight, but you've already conquered. You already won, right? You ain't accept that for yourself. But I appreciate you sharing that, right? Because it's not always easy to share some of the things that we go through when those things are not like glorious, right? And and it's not simply because we might be afraid or any of that stuff. It's like, man, especially in a positive setting, right? Like who wants to be a negative Ned or a Debbie Downer, right? Who wants to, like, we want to keep the energy good and stuff. Like I'm gonna just keep it to myself. I share it later. Like, no, release that, right? And we conquer that and we grow from that. So I appreciate you sharing that. That was really so good. That was really so good. I hope that that helps somebody else as well, because believe it or not, we all going through something that we're not willing to share, right? We all going through something that we just not willing to speak up on. Into this God. We all are. All right. So good morning. If you just joining us, we about probably halfway through or more than halfway through the class, but today we're talking about growth. And on a scale of 1 through 10, we want to know how your mindset is doing, how you feel. And if you don't mind, please put your preferred morning greeting in the chat so the family can greet you properly. And what I'm going to do is we just got into the section of where we're allowing people to dissect the video that we watched, the motivational video that we watched, and share what it meant to them, what experience that they may have had, or what they took from the video, what they extracted from the video. And I know if you just get in here, you haven't had the chance to see it. So what I'm going to do, because this video is so great, I usually play like 2 or 3 times. This one's going to be played like 10 times before we get up out of here. We run it back for you. Run this back.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? Why do you keep crying? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it. What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep.
Anybody great? Anybody in the chat? Great. Anybody feel like they are great? Anybody in here? Great. Come on, man. Everybody need to be putting me in the chat. The chat ain't moving fast enough. Like I said, I do. Like I said, yes. Yes. Listen, when you put this in the chat, do you actually believe this 100% with your whole heart, right? I'm great. Yeah, I'm great. Double exclamation mark. Yes, I know I'm great. Respectfully. Nah, you ain't got to respect. Yeah, listen. We love that you know that you're great. Everybody needs to know that they're great, right? We all have a greatness inside of us, right? The thing is, we got to tap into, we got to understand what things are that make us great, what those things are, what are those traits? And we lead with that. Because when that dude bombed on me, right, and I took off running, I could have made a decision. I could have decided, like, listen, man, I'm gonna be the greatest runner ever. Or I'm gonna be the greatest fighter ever, man. I'm not getting beat up or punched and running again, right? It could have went either way. Like I'm fast. Like I was athletically fast. I was the fastest one in my school, every school that I went through. Every school I went to, I was always the fastest. I could have decided, man, I'm gonna be the fastest person. I'm gonna make sure I get away. Ain't nobody gonna ever catch me, right?
You got that practice early.
Got that practice early. I wasn't playing. But just think about that though, right? He said everything that we go through. He said, look, you got to make a decision. Like I know you can do it once you decide to do it. It's through experience. Like the obstacles, the things that we are running from, those are the things that actually make us great. So everybody that said that they're great, you're great because you were able to overcome the things that you experienced in life. Because life is going to hit you. Life is going to crush you. Ain't nobody, I don't care what they say, nobody born with no silver spoon. I don't care how you was born, rich, wealthy, great family, dysfunctional. It don't matter. You're going to experience something. You're going to experience something. And those things that we experience, those things that are so traumatic, they happen when we are in grade school, when we are kids, when we are young, because we are impersonable. We get pressed upon. I experience things that we have never experienced before. Just imagine getting punched. You never had a fight. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You may have seen TV, you've seen boxing matches, so you can kind of know what you're supposed to do, but you don't have no experience. You go get beat up. You go get beat down, right? But after you do it a couple times, you're like, nah, I know what happened. I got to be able to duck. I got to know how to bob and weave. I got to keep my hands out. I got to protect myself, right? I got to actually swing back if I want to win a fight, right? And those are the things that happen to us in life. In life, even if it's not physical. Like this person said this to me. This bully said this to me. I cannot stand this. I don't want this person to do. Like what? We got to develop and build a mental fortitude. We got to be able to sustain. We gotta be. I shared before, like when I was young, I was a kid. I had hand-me-down clothes. People used to laugh at my stuff. My shoes were leaning to the side. I was flat-footed, right? Big old flat feet. Shoes wearing to the side. They used to laugh at me. They used to laugh. They used to talk. They used to tell jokes. I was good at telling jokes too. I like to think I'm funny. I could joke with the best of them, right? That's one of the things that I developed. But I also understood this. I developed another thing. Who are you? Like, the hell are you? To think that you could laugh, think that you could talk about me, right? And so as I grew, right, I didn't really like that. I really don't like that. When I come around, like I want to be the better joke. Like I gotta talk, I gotta have jokes and be able to like. I didn't really like that, right? So through maturity, I understood. Okay, if I don't like that, if I don't want to be the butt of the joke, I just don't go around the people that are trying to joke about me. Why would I subject myself to that? Now, jokes on who? Right? Jokes on who? Come on, man. It's more than one way to skin the cat, y'all. More than one way to skin the cat. My guy jumped in the room full of energy, said, I feel great. I'm on 10. The start of a new week. That's that part. We just mentioned that Monday, the start of a new week. The life we're working on, along with the life we're working in. Man, I love that. Let me go ahead and heart that, man. I appreciate that energy. I appreciate that energy. That's why I love environments like this, right? Because everybody has something to contribute. Everybody do. Everybody do. And then when we go off into the week, we're going to remember things, right? Like, oh, it's going to come out of nowhere. Like he said this. Oh, she said this in the chat, right? She shared this story. This person came off mute and said this. So it might be on a Tuesday, you might have needed to hear what Mo had to say. It might be a Wednesday, you need to hear Griffey say he had the torch and he ran with it. On Thursday, you might need to be reminded of something that Dominique shared, or what she's going through, and how she had to triumph, right? And on Friday, it might be something that somebody else said. My guy Ari shared, right? These things would carry us through the week. And then come Monday, we pull up again. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm going to be here every single Monday. And I say this on every single call as a reminder to me and as a reminder to you. I'll set a standard for myself. I set the standard to show up every single Monday at the same time to do this call, no matter who show up. If it's going to be one person on the call, look, me and you, we're going to get it, right? We're going to get it. Like if I forget to send links or people don't get the reminder and one person show up, we're going to get it. Shit, if don't nobody show up, I'm going to act like somebody there. I'm going to act like it's an audience here and I'm going to have a good old time, right? I'm going to have a grand ball on this thing. Accountability, yes, for sure. And integrity, right? The things that we do when nobody else is watching. The true measure of a man, right? The true measure of a man. But I say that in jest because I know for a fact, like it's people that's here that's been on every call that's showing up too. I know that y'all set a standard for yourself as well, whether you say it or not, right? I seen Mo say earlier. She said, "Look, Monday. I look at Mondays different because I started coming through these calls. Like I was a person that didn't like Mondays. But in recap, y'all, we start with the ABCs. I just wanted something simple for us to remember, something that we can build upon, or something that we can grow with. In the very first call, we talked about adversity. A was for adversity. We experienced something, and we got to get through that, y'all, which led to call number 2, which was belief. Belief on what that adversity was, right? So, like the sister just shared what she's going through, right? Those are adverse. That's an adverse. I can't even get the word out. That's an adversarial time she's going through, right? And so she has the opportunity to develop a belief about what's happening to her, right? And we heard her say that, I made a choice, which is interesting because that's what the C was. We from A, B, C, adversity, belief, choice. She said she made a choice, right? And so without letting her sit in that choice, I'm like, hold on, wait. Remember, you make a decision. And that's what we did when we went to D. We talked about decision, y'all. And that's when we cut everything off. When we decide one thing for ourselves, there is no other option. We got to burn the boats. We got to cut the bridge. We got to keep it lit, right? And then we made E. We went to E. The next class was about E. It was about execution. After we made the decision, we was going to execute. And the reason we must execute is so that we don't look back, that we don't go back, right? So when you look at like burning the bridge, it's just like you crossing the bridge. You got to picture yourself like you crossing the bridge, right? You got on this bridge, you're like, I'm gonna make it across. And then the bridge got set on fire. Now you got to execute, you got to start running because that bridge is coming down and you might not make it to the other side of the cliff, right? So we had to execute. And then after we started executing, we had to filter out the people that weren't conducive to our what we're doing today, growing, right? We had to filter out the people that was not conducive for our growth. Today we're talking about growth. Today's G, we're talking about growth, right? And we kept it honest. We kept it transparent with ourselves. We didn't just audit our circle, we audited ourselves. We said we need to filter ourselves as well and make sure that we're not the person that people need to be getting away from because we're not conducive to their growth, right? So somebody shared, she said she had a good heart and she started looking out for people and it turned out it didn't go too well for her, right? And that's not her fault and that's not her problem. That's not her problem, right? She was doing what was in her heart to do. Doing what was in her heart to do. And no good deed goes unpunished. But we got to keep going and we got to keep growing. I wish it was more days. Yes, for sure. It could definitely be more days. That's what we do as a tribe. That's what we do for a circle, right? Somebody might say, look, I want to go ahead and start doing these on Wednesday. And we'll pull up on Wednesdays too. We'll pull up on Wednesdays too, right? I wake up in my dream every day. That part. Got to keep on dreaming, y'all. So growth, the thing about growth is it's invisible while it's happening. We can't see it while it's happening, right? It's kind of like when you're in the gym and you working out, you trying to get buff, and you really can't see it because you're looking at yourself every day. You're like, man, I want that muscle to grow, right? Or you trying to lose that weight, you in there busting down and you in the mirror and you like, oh man, I need to get rid of that flab. Like, right? It's happening for you. You just can't see it. And then next thing you know, somebody like, damn, you lost weight. You like, really? I did? Oh, they like, man, you got big. What you been doing? You been working out? You like, as a matter of fact, yeah, I have. I really have been working out, right? It's invisible to us, but the growth is actually happening. That's what growth look like. That's what it looked like, y'all. So you don't have to like wake up one day and feel more grown than you did yesterday. That's just not how it actually works in real time. I mean, you can think that if that's what you want to think, if that's what you need to prepare you for. But the growth, it actually shows up in the rearview mirror. When you look back, you like, there it is, right? It's not in the windshield, y'all. It's in the rearview mirror. When you look back at your life, where was I at last month, last year, last whatever, right? And you like, damn, I came a long way. And that's why consistency matters more than the motivation. That's why this mindset thing is greater than the motivation. It's like you're not chasing the feeling of growth. You're stacking the days that you'll only be able to see the value of later. All right. The work I'm putting in today, I might not see the growth from it today. I might feel certain growth moments, certain points, but I'll be able to look back later and be like, wow, look what we did. Look where we started. Look how far we have come, right? If you think about, if you've been here on all these calls, if you think about like 6 Mondays ago, like you wasn't the same person you was that you are right now. Like respectfully, right? Respectfully, you can't be. You can't be. And I'm not saying that it made your life better, but what I am saying is that when you showed up to the Monday motivational call like 6 weeks ago, you show up different today because there's a different expectation for where you are, for what's going on these calls, right? So you probably can't even feel the difference, but it's true. It's true. You got to trust the process even when you cannot see it, y'all. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this video one more time. I told y'all I was gonna play this video like 10 times. Like this man wasn't playing, he was on point. This man, he set a fire under me. I'm finna have a great day. I know y'all finna have a great day as well. Actually, finna have a great week. We finna carry this.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain. Y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? Why do you keep crying? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from and run.
Run to it, y'all. Run to it, y'all. He said you got to find something that's gonna have you keep going, right? Let me know if you will. Let me know in the chat. What is the reason why you're gonna keep going this week? Give me a reason, one reason why you would keep going this week. Even if that reason is because you just don't want to stop. Even if you don't know where you're gonna go or how you're gonna go. Just give me one reason why you're going to keep going this week, right? Because we ain't doing no stopping. We ain't doing no stopping. Very informative. Appreciate that. Also, look, moms can't type in the chat. You heard everybody saying hello to you. You've seen everybody saying hello to you. No choice. Oh, I like that. Ain't got no choice. Got no choice. When he said he ain't got no choice, what that mean is he made a decision. He cut off all alternatives. Ain't no choice. All right. A step closer to meeting my future self. That's why I'm gonna keep, man. Who is this guy? This guy got hey, look, he got it on lock, man. He got it on lock. We're gonna have to have a conversation. My success. I'm gonna keep going because of my success. There's no option not to. Right? I'm still breathing. Look at that. Look at that. He said life giving me a reason to go. I'm still breathing, y'all. Still breathing. And that's what it is about. That part right there. That part right there. And another thing that I'm gonna say about growth, because this is so important, Dominique said she's gonna keep going for her success. For sure, you're gonna get your success in life. Everything that you want in life is yours. It's yours. It's already written for you. You just gotta go ahead and accept that, right? Because you don't grow in the comfortable seasons, y'all. That's we all know that, right? There's no growth. There's no growth in comfort. You grow when you get stretched. Those when you have to ask, why me, why this, and all that, right? We got to consider the fact that something great is happening inside of you. Because life is polar. It's no bad without good. I say this all the time. There's no in without out. There's no up without down. You can't go left without a right. So if there's something that is bad that is going on, it can't possibly be happening without something good going on. You see, but the thing is that oftentimes many people, what they would do is they would contribute like the negativity as a rain on their parade, right? Anybody ever experienced it? If you experience this, put me in the chat, right? You like, man, every time something good happens, I always got to experience something bad, right? Stop speaking that shit on your life. Excuse my language. Stop putting that on you, right? It's like, oh, every time I'm doing good, every time something's going right, something always go wrong, right? That sound familiar? That sound familiar? You got to take the opposite approach. I know that happens. I know we think about those things, right? We got to look at life differently. When something happens to you that's bad, you got to learn how to smile. You got to learn how to feel great about that. You got to learn to understand that this right here that's happening to you is only happening to you for a short period, a very short period of time. It's temporary because you made a decision and you're not going to own that. And you claim what's actually for you. So when anything happened to you that is bad, I don't give it. I don't care what it is. Like Griffey say, he's still breathing, right? If you're still breathing, your mindset has to be life is polar. So if this is bad, I know my good is right here with me. Because with every hardship come ease. Not before, not after, with, meaning during. So whatever is happening that we may look at and think that is bad for us, there's something great on the other side of that, right? That's what we got to focus on. That's what we got to find. But if we're fixated on the negativity, we'll never see what's great. We'll never see what's good. We don't give ourselves an opportunity to do that. So that's what I'm going to challenge y'all to do throughout this entire week, right? What I want y'all to do is I want y'all to look at life differently. Don't think that when something bad has is always like, oh, I was doing good. There's always something got to ruin my day. Always something that, no. Maybe something tried to ruin my day, but couldn't. Ha, ha, ha. Right? Maybe this may seem to be bad, but nah, this ain't that. Right? This can't be that. This can't be that because you know better. You know different. You know that this doesn't have to this exist for you. You have a choice. You have a choice to allow, remember last week, the filter, to allow certain thoughts to ruminate in your mind or to eject them immediately. Immediately. And don't go back to it. That's when you make the decision. You have a bad thought like, man, this is terrible. I can't believe this. And then you catch yourself and you like, nah, let it go. Don't go back to it. Some of us go back to it, right? Some of us greedy. Some of us are greedy. We don't want to let that thought go. Well, maybe I was right. No, you wasn't right. You wasn't right. Let it go. Let it go. You have to make yourself temporarily comfortable to be permanently comfortable. For sure, for sure. Hey, Reem, I got a call. I got to go. Thanks for the mindset. Yeah, for sure, bro. Have a good one. Have a great one. Have a great one. Right? So, again, y'all, we've been through the ABCs. We on G today. The G is about growth. So, throughout the week, I want you to focus on your growth moments. Focus on your growth moments, right? And if anybody else had anything they want to share before we go, we're going to jump off the call. And for those who shared, for Dominique, she always shares. She got a big heart. She always shares with her heart. And I really thank you for sharing the things that you share. It takes courage to do those things. And now right there, that's growth happening in real time. Like you gave us an example of what growth actually looked like in real time in front of this whole entire community. And for everybody else, y'all just watch somebody turn that pain into a reason. She just literally turned that pain into a reason right before our very eyes.
Can I say one thing before we go?
Yep.
Thing that I say that I think that God teaches me because I have a big heart. Stop ignoring the signs that God's showing me and do what he says. Once I see it, do what he says and obey him. That's it. That's how I see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely, y'all. Absolutely. And then before we go, I'm dropping this link in the chat for us to register for the mindset calls to get the reminders because what I have been doing is I've been just sending like emails. I've been sending like SMSs through different avenues, different chapters that I have. So we get new people that come like last week, the week before, and the week before we had somebody new hop a call, right? And I don't like if y'all was here last week, I think last week I was like, somebody was on the car. I didn't even know who this person was, right? They didn't show up today, but I don't know how they got there or whatever the case may be. But they didn't come because they was signed up or they was registered, right? So sometimes you may get an invite and you may not if you're not on that list. So that link that I just dropped right there in the chat is for you to properly register to ensure that no matter what goes on, like when I switch different channels of communication, because I got a couple of autoresponders that I use, you'll always be able to get the invite from that one right there. For sure, for sure. And then I'm going to drop another link behind that for those who are not inside of the community yet. go ahead and join the community. We getting active inside of the community, y'all. We getting real active inside of the community. And there's a lot of things in there that we can engage in regards to our growth and our elevation. And to my point, I think it says, I don't even want to say a name, Havivah. Havivah. I think this might have been your first time on the call. I for sure would have remembered that name unless you had a different name on when you came. We appreciate you joining. We'd love to see you back. Hopefully you got something good from out the call. I think when you came on the call, you had some motivation going on in the background. So I know that you probably live for love this type of stuff. So we definitely would greatly appreciate you coming back and joining us next Monday. As we said, we're here every single week. And last but not least, I am going to drop one more link inside of the chat. And this link right here is for those who use Telegram. You like Telegram? We also have a Telegram group where we hang out at, where we share our wins, our moments, our whatever we got going on, our classes and stuff like that. And everybody is welcome to join. All of that stuff is free. Every single link in the chat that was dropped was free. And having said that, I hope that everybody have a blessed day. Hope that everybody have a greater week. And then also, oh yeah, let me just show y'all this real quick before we actually go to as well. Hold on. Let me show y'all this before we leave because what was that? What's that? Let me share this.
All right, later.
This is the community right here. Let me put my style back. They took my style away. All right, cool. There we go. Back now. So this is the community here. When you log into the community, right? You may see some stories. I may be putting some stories up here. You guys can share stories as well. But inside of the courses section, when you head to the courses section, you can look around. There's a lot of stuff in here. Some is free, some are not. But right here, y'all, this morning mindset replays. This is where all of the replays are. See, from the first one all the way down to the last one. This one will be up in here today. So if you came late and you wanted to catch the beginning of this call, you just come right over here. Again, the community is free. And that all those replays are absolutely 100% free, y'all. So all you have to do is just log in, go to the courses section, scroll down, find that. There you go. Find that mindset replays and tune in. That being said, in closing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video one final time because this one was really so good. So good. And then I'm going to let y'all get back to y'all day. And y'all all have a good, great remainder of your day, family.
What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. And every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's going to take you to the next level. Like y'all from pain, y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's going to prepare you and take you to that next level? Why do you keep crying? Why did he die? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it.